Hello, sewing people of the internet. This is going to be a quick video. I get a lot of questions about this table, so figured I'd cover real quick. I talked about this in another video, but this is a industrial style table for Ultrafeeds that is sold by Sailrite. It's made to fit their Sailrite Ultrafeed portable walking foot machine. However, because the Sailrite bed is the same dimension as many vintage domestic sewing machines, many of them will fit in this machine, and that's one thing I like about that is I can take this machine out and put a Singer 201 in here if I have a project that I want to use my 201 for and take advantage of this nice big table. You don't have to have the hinges. So for modern industrial style tables, there's a rubber receiver that screws into the bottom, and then there's a hinge that screws into the holes in the bed of the machine where the little hinge pins would go on a regular vintage machine. But if you don't have those, you can just rest the machine in here and it should be fine. You'd have to maybe check to make sure your machine securely fits in here. But the hinges just allow you to flip it up. So the ideal would be if you have two machines that you switch back and forth, have two sets of these metal parts. You don't need another set of the rubber, but you may have to buy them in pairs, I don't know. But, and that way you could just take this out, drop the other machine in, and flip it back as normal, but you could just swap these out if you had to. So the question that I received was whether or not a Pfaff 130 vintage domestic machine will fit in this table. And I don't know, but I have a Pfaff 130, so let's find out together. So there's your answer. I don't know, let me see if I can make this more visible. So it does not quite fit in. I mean, it's really close. And it seems like the part of the bed that you see would fit, but there's something in the internal structure underneath here. Yeah, like, I guess something here is hitting. Anyway, it might just be this lip. But it doesn't quite fit in there. I'm not going to do it because I don't have a strong need to, but I think if you really wanted to use a Pfaff 130 in this table, it would probably require just a little bit of clearancing that might not even affect how the Sailrite fits. So you could easily make this table work for the Pfaff and nothing else. You could probably make it work for the Pfaff and still work for Ultrafeeds or other machines that do fit in this space. But as it sits from the factory, the Pfaff won't sit in this opening. So if you're thinking about that, I know somebody is because they contacted me about it, it's not going to be a drop-in solution. Let me just show you. This is one of my Singer 201s, and you can see that's a perfect fit. So anything with the same bed size as a 201, I think 1591. Let's check. Yeah, 1591, 201. I'm pretty sure the 237 fits also. I haven't confirmed that, but I'm pretty sure they're the same bed size. So I just took a quick measurement. The opening is about 14 3/4 inches wide and 7 1/8 or so deep. I'm sure these dimensions, or the actual dimensions, are on Sailrite's website, but I didn't bother to look. So I know my Singer 401 will not fit in this space at all. It's not even close. I have a Kenmore. So I have a Kenmore machine, and its bed length is something like 17 inches, so it also hopelessly not fit in this. So this is not a universal table that will fit all vintage domestic sewing machines, but it fits some of the more common and better machines that I'm aware of. So if you have a 1591, 201, 237, anything with that bed size, and an Ultrafeed, this is a great option. If you don't have an Ultrafeed, but you just want an industrial style table for something like a 201, this is a fantastic choice. Like, it's a really great table. So that's great. If you have a different machine, if the bed is bigger than this, you could, use some woodworking tools to make the opening bigger. But I mean, honestly, like, you could also just buy a frame or a used industrial table and make a new tabletop. Like, you start getting into diminishing returns if you have to do a lot of work to it. But anyway, so hopefully that answers the question about the Pfaff 130 and also gives you some ideas of other machines that will fit in this table. You can buy this table. You don't have to buy the machine from Sailrite to get the table. So that's a really good option. I don't know if anybody else sells an industrial style table with a cutout for this size and style of machine or not. I think everybody knows I'm going to say buy it from Sailrite anyway. By the way, this is not sponsored content. I paid for this table myself. I actually bought this table used with another machine. Anyway, I hope you find that helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you like what I'm doing, clicking like always helps. If you're not a subscriber, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Oh, one other thing, usually at the ends of videos, from time to time, I'll put in some footage of me doing some of the other things I do when I'm not sewing. I have a whole channel dedicated to that. It's called The Jason Wins. Wins is an acronym for when I'm not sewing. Anyway, if you are interested in the other things I like to do, you might want to check that out. I don't post a lot over there, but the more subscribers I get, the more inclined I will be to post stuff. So if that interests you, check it out. You should see a link somewhere on the screen at some point here. Thanks. Bye. Hi. Hi.